Hello, everyone. This is such an exciting episode that we have today. We are entering our third year of Into Your Life podcast, and this is episode 150. Wow. Natalie, can you believe that we have been doing this week in, week out for 3 years now? And we have 150 episodes. Isn't it incredible?
Oh, wow, it's fantastic. It's amazing. And to think I had to drag you kicking and screaming to do this. Yeah, you're never going to live that one down. I wish I just had it on record that I had to drag you. But 3 years, like you said, week in, week out, we've not missed a week. It's been amazing. It's been, wow, I can't believe it that we've done 3 years and we are on 150th episode. Oh my God, where's that time gone? What the hell has happened?
And it's been such a wonderful journey of obviously spending this time together. That's one of my highlights always is the ability that it allowed us to stay in touch, that it really took our, friendship and connection and common interest into next level of allowing us to really every week spend some time together, check in, and also then invite incredible guests, learn from them, have these wonderful conversations and be able to share them with the world and have these discussions about how we can live more and have more happy, fulfilled, creative lives. But the one thing we have not been doing well recently is welcoming people into our lives. So I wanted to take today a little bit of time to, get a sneak behind the door to see what's happening in your life and share what's happening in my life. So this episode is Welcome to Our Lives. So the question is, Natalie, what's happening? What's going on in your life?
Oh my word, where do we start? It has been crazy, and of course, you have your excitement that's happening, but for me, it's going to be a huge transitional year. I mean, that is the plan. Is our listeners will know that I spent 2 months in South Africa. I went back to South Africa to go and have a look to see, do we stay in the UK or do we move to South Africa? And I took my husband because I needed him to experience South Africa, not just on a 2 week holiday doing the tourist sites, but actually experiencing living in South Africa and spending 2 months with my family. So if you can deal with that, you can cope with anything. And my husband absolutely loved it. So what we did is, yes, between Christmas and New Year, we actually went to a place. It's called Ilikwatini. Yes, it's a Swazi name, and it's in Mpumalanga, which is still in South Africa. You're gonna have to get out a map book to look where this place is. But we went there. It was really stressful getting there, organizing to go there. There'd been lots of rows and dynamics and trying to organize lifts and everything else. And we rocked up at this place. It's actually a friend of the family. She has some land there. She has like a farm there or a place there. And we rocked up at about lunchtime. And in the evening, my husband and I just went for a little bit of a walk. And it was like, this is it. This is it. We've lived in limbo for 2 years, not knowing whether to stay, what to do, where to go. And we've just been stuck. And we went for this walk, and it was like, this is what we've been looking for. And all it is, it's land. It's just land. There's nothing there. So we're going to have to start from scratch. And when we actually came back from the walk, everybody looked at us and they said, wow, you guys have made a decision, because it was like a massive weight had been lifted off my shoulders. And it was like, okay, now what do we do? And we've been thinking about it. So this was between Christmas and New Year. We had another 3 weeks in South Africa and we talked about it. We discussed it. Still feels right. Now we're back in the UK, and a lot of chomping at the bit is happening because we've made the decision and we're still stuck here. But it's not for long. My husband has to sort out visas and things, but I'm sure that I will be sharing this journey that we are embarking on with you, Lenka, but as well as with our listeners. So, you know, stick to your seat, watch the space on our journey to leaving the UK, moving to South Africa, and all the good, the bad, and the ugly that I'm sure is going to come with it. But I'm telling you, 2025 for me and my husband is going to be a huge year. And hence, if you go back to our word of the year, change, courage, humanness, but watch the space. But Lenka, I'm not the only one with big plans.
But oh my gosh, just wanted to stay a little bit on your huge news, your exciting news, your transformation, really making such a decision. And I know it's been in the works and you've been really desiring and feeling like you want to be more connected with Africa, more connected with the land, and obviously have a bit more freedom and have a bit more of a land and obviously a little bit of weather, a little bit of food. There's so many things that the move to Africa means to you, how it plays into your values, how it plays into what you want from life, and how you and your husband imagine, the next chapter of your lives together. So I'm so excited that, it really feels like it's happening, it's moving forward. You have very specific actionable steps, get the visa sorted, get the house on the market, start packing your bags, start building something on the land, figure out what do you want to build on the land, where do you start. Yes, it's going to be a lot, but oh my gosh, I'm just so happy for you, just hearing these news and really knowing where, on your life journey you are and that this is happening for you makes me so incredibly happy.
And of course, you are coming with me on this journey because, again, kicking and screaming, Lenka. But of course, you are a great source of shoulder to lean on to just talk ideas or anything. And of course, when this happens, you have a place to come and have a beautiful retreat. So I'm really looking forward to this, but I'm looking forward to sharing this journey because it's not a little thing. It's a huge thing. It's moving country is can be difficult, but I'm just excited about sharing this. And I do want to bring our listeners into, as you said, into our lives, because we've had amazing guests, but we've not really shared a lot about what we are doing. So this will be something that I think will be very exciting. But I'm also planning on coming with you, even if it is from, my chair here, on your journey. So share a little bit about your life and what's going on.
Yes, so I have teased on it. Some people might already have picked up on it. We have mentioned it a little bit. For me, my big, 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 big goal for many years now have been I've really been hooked by the idea of a van life, of have the freedom and flexibility to rock up in your car slash home to any place and be reasonably self-sustaining with solar and batteries and to be able to work anywhere and to be able to drive anywhere and to explore new areas. And it's been years and years in the back of my mind with life circumstances just not fitting really well into it. And last year, at the last moment, all the things just started aligning. And I started looking for a van. And again, it was the first one. And I've seen, even though I've been window shopping or all the apps and all the marketplaces for months and months, the first one I saw in person was just felt right, the right kind of a car, the reasonable amount of mileage, good price, good setup, small enough but big enough. So I went in, did couple upgrades to it, and just before the Christmas, with lots of delays, lots of frustration, lots of annoying things still coming in place, but I made it. And in mid-December last year, I managed to pack pretty much everything I own, kiss my partner goodbye. We're still together, but we are strategically, purposefully, intentionally taking year and a half, maybe two, kind of a long distance a bit, so I can follow my dream of living on the road, and he has his own goals that really fit to where we are. So yeah, right now I am parked somewhere in Spain. I am in a small town randomly in a caravan park. I have my Starlink up, bringing me good electricity, good Wi-Fi, good connection. I've actually been spending a couple days in a co-working space, hanging out with the locals, having a good productive couple days. But also, then I'm driving off to a national park, to a nature reserve, and tomorrow, hopefully, I'm going to be sleeping amongst the flamingos. So who knows?
And something that some of you might not know is ever since I have known Lenka and we've known each other for years, is all she ever talks about is traveling. So it's about 7 or 8 years we've known each other. And the first time I met her, she was like, I like to travel. And that hasn't stopped. So I am Lenka in 2019, I think towards the end of 2019, beginning of 2020, was planning a massive trip all over the place. And of course, as most people know, the world shut down, which put a crimp on her dreams. And it was quite something to experience and actually see how Lenka was dealing with that, and how it was almost like her light had gone out. And then when she started talking about this van living, and she's been talking about it for a while, and then she's like, I got my van, and it was like that light came on again, and it's just so wonderful to see. And she's sitting there in a t-shirt because she's in Spain, and we've got the wind howling outside the window back here in the UK. So not fair, not fair, but I am so thrilled. And of course, she has company. She has a cat. Her cat's come with her. And I think some of you might have seen the cat walking across the screen on one or two of our videos. But yeah, so she's not alone. And I think it's amazing that your partner is giving you the space to just travel. I mean, really, Czech Republic is not that far from Spain, so it's not miles and miles and miles to see each other every now and again or spend a week together. But I think it's so amazing that you finally got to realize your dream, and you are in a van in Spain, and as you said, tomorrow with the flamingos. I mean, what type of life is that? And this is all what we've been talking about, what we've been having our guests. It's about having more life in one's life, and you doing it. You are, I'm so jealous. I'm so jealous.
It's amazing. Like I do say, literally from the moment I hit the road, that it is dream come true. And it's not all straightforward, easy. Like there's lots of things and lots of learnings, lots of little fears I have to overcome on a regular basis, lots of things I still need to figure out. It's not perfect every single day, but oh my gosh, it is just so exciting and rewarding and incredible already. In It's probably been a month that I've been on the road, but the flexibility to choose randomly a spot on a map and drive there and park there and kind of have all your comforts of your house or kind of reasonable. I've always been a minimalist, so this is still quite luxury living for me. It's warm, it's cozy, I have twinkly lights at night, I have water here, I have basic toilet, I can go to the sea or to some swimming pool, I can find shower somewhere. So it's amazing to have this freedom and the opportunity to really explore areas that usually most cases most tourists would not go to. I can't imagine going to the places that I've already been without having a car. No, and even having a car, but being able to sleep there and not have to drive there and back and find a hotel and something, like be able to drive to remote places, beautiful places, and then just find a tiny little piece of land where it's allowed, and just park the van there, sleep, and continue the day after. And obviously, I'm very grateful and very thankful and lucky to have the job that I have, to have my business set up the way I have, to have stable income, have good clients who are happy and supportive of my van life, because there have been some, disruptions with my schedules and flexibility and ability to have this freedom to really explore and travel and meet new people, see new cultures, try new foods, and also, yeah, have more life, like really have more life rather than like it's so interesting thinking back to last year, how much time I've just spent sitting in front of a desk day in, day out, like taking on more work and working until 7, 8. And yeah, still, I always had a good lifestyle, don't take me wrong. I always had a cafe here, yoga there, hike here. But the amount of time I would really spend just sitting in front of my desk, in front of my computer, going in, and now thinking the amount of time I have to walk the cat, go to a cafe because they have toilets, go to a swimming pool because they have showers, go to a co-working space and be invited to join them for lunch, to, here in Spain, 2 hour lunch, easy with a bottle of wine. I'm no longer drinking, but normal thing here to just have a glass or two of wine for lunch in the middle of the day. So wonderful. Like so wonderful.
And I love that you are starting to do this. And I'm really looking forward to seeing your travels. And hopefully you will send me some pictures. We'll put them on YouTube so people can actually see what you are seeing and experience it. And I appreciate, van living is not everybody's cup of tea, but it's about following your dream, whatever that dream is. It's about following your passion or finding a way to make a dream a reality and thinking outside the box, using a cliche, and doing something that feels right for you, whatever that is. And I'm just so thrilled to finally, after all these years, see you doing it. And going into 2025 is actually experiencing your journey that you're on and seeing the pictures and experiencing through your experience on what you're doing. And we're going to be sharing some of that with our listeners, because I think that it's about having the courage and having the mindset to take an idea and do something with it, even if it's been delayed by about 4 years, but just not giving up on yourself and not giving up on a dream that you've had. It's not exactly the dream you had in 2019 when you sort of got rid of everything and left Cambridge, but it's still an element of the dream, which is travel. I mean, that was the main thing. You were going to go, I think, to India and Thailand and all sorts of places, but now you're in Spain. I think the food's nicer in Spain. That's just me. But the thing is, it's not giving up. And I think that's so important. And it's so important for our listeners to actually hear it from you and to see that you are following your dream. We've, like you said, hinted on it. We've dropped a few, when we've been talking to guests about it, but it's actually happening. You sitting in your van in Spain.
Yeah, it's interesting that, our dreams may evolve. It's not like the dream we had 5 years ago. Sometimes it is exactly the way we had it, and sometimes they do evolve. But for me, it's really knowing myself, knowing what is important to me, knowing what my values are. And for me, I've always said that my number one kind of meaning, important value in life is freedom, flexibility, and control. I love the freedom of do whenever and wherever and however, to have the choice to do that, to have the flexibility to work when I want, where I want, how I want, and to have the control over these decisions, not to be dependent on someone, your parents, your partner, your boss, to control your life. I'm very lucky that, again, as I said, that my partner is supportive. My mom had to be supportive. She did not have a choice, and I've given her these last couple of years to really focus on her and allow her to build a new life and rebuild her life and settle in a new place. So, I think I've done as much as I could have and needed for her. So then it was her time to support me. And the relationship I have with my mom is, you're gonna either support me or you're not gonna. It's your choice. I'm doing it. And as I said, my clients are wonderful and supportive in this as well. So I'm so glad that I could do it, and that, yeah, it's not Southeast Asia for 3 months here and 3 months there and doing the digital nomad kind of a cliche living. It's now the cliche van life living. Um, it's a different country, but also it's kind of evolved. As I said, my dreams have evolved, and I've added some new interests, such as I've been learning Spanish for years, so it made total sense for me to pick Spain as the go-to location, not only because of the weather, so anything thinking, Southern Europe, Portugal, Spain, Italy, Balkans, Greece, possibly Turkey, all these areas are quite possible for van life during winter to have a quite nice summery weather, good food, good interesting places to see. But for me, Spain was also strategically chosen. I have quite a few friends here, so for me, it's an also opportunity to have different new experiences with people, reconnect with people that I don't get to see as often as I would like to, and practice Spanish, which we're getting. I'm trying. I'm trying. Could have been better, but I'm trying.
Well, if you're going to learn Spanish, go to Spain. So, speak to the locals. It's a great way to learn. So I'm excited for 2025 for you and to hear your good, bad, what the good, the bad, and the ugly on van life.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna dive more into my experiences and my journey and my ups and downs and some of the things that, I totally love and some of the things I've experienced and some things that just annoy me. And I also then want to learn more about your vision for your life in Africa. What are the dreams? What are you hoping to build there? And what kind of a life you're planning to have there? So stay tuned because there's more coming, and we're hoping to do these kind of a welcome to our lives check-ins a bit more often this year. But also, we would love to hear from you, our listeners. What's happening in your lives? Do you have any big changes and exciting adventures this year? Or maybe you've had a couple adventurous years and you're kind of like, I need 2025 to just be chill and easy at home in front of the sofa, just chilling. And that's okay too. Not everyone needs to have these goals of travel and transformation and move countries. Whatever it is that your dream is, we would love to hear about it. So please let us know in comments wherever you find us online. If you want to follow my journey, I do post on Instagram, so find me there. I will add the link in the description. If you want to follow me on stories and reels and highlights, I do post some pictures because, oh my gosh, it's stunning. Like Spain is, like I knew that Spain is beautiful, but the amount of nature and landscapes and the weather and the food and the people, it's incredible.
And like you said, follow Lenka. I will be starting to do some stories once things start moving for us. At the moment, we're still in limbo because we are trying to get hold of the embassy, which has been 4 days of dial tones and nothing else. But we have found somebody who will hopefully help us. Once things start to move, I will be going back onto my own YouTube channel and I will be creating videos there. But of course, the great videos will happen once we're in South Africa. But I will be starting to talk a bit about our journey on there as well. So, and that is confidence and resilience on YouTube. But at the moment, I have nothing much to say. We've made the decision and you guys have heard it first. So please do follow us, subscribe, hit notification buttons, whatever it is, and share. And until next time, we'll talk to you soon. Bye.